Hi, welcome to today's edition of On the Table. My name is CHIMWEKA, or simply CHIMWEKA. Now, I'm here at the famous Metopia, a place that is being run by brand influencer, entrepreneur, MWIZUKANJI. I've been trying to have a date with MWIZUKANJI. We've just been postponing and this and that. But I think we just have to make it happen today. People have been asking me also to speak with her, so I think today is the day. We just have to make it happen. And I know where to find it. It has to be here, otherwise, where is she gonna be? If it means me waiting, I'm gonna wait. But also I wanna try out some okra fish, eh?
Welcome CHIMWEKA to Metopia.
Hi.
How are you?
Jimmy, I can see your name.
Yes.
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm guessing you're here to have some okra fish.
Yes, I am. Actually,
Okay.
I've read a lot about it.
Oh, all right.
But I've been trying to call Mwizu.
Okay.
She hasn't been picking up. What time is she likely to be here?
Do you have an appointment with her?
I'm actually supposed to have a date with her, but
okay.
But she hasn't been picking up my.
She's not yet here. You are a bit early today, so I don't know. She'll be here maybe in the next 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can wait, guys.
Wait.
I think the guys can wait. So maybe
right.
while we're waiting, I'll just maybe have a drink.
All
and
right.
In the meantime, maybe you can just look out for what we talk about when she actually comes.
All right, that's also good. Let me give you a seat.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? It's your girl, Cleo Ice Queen. Keep watching On the Table with CHIMWEKA.
I honestly don't know why a good-looking woman like myself, very financially independent, very business-minded, very everything and very educated, would actually be single in this country.
I'm actually thinking, Chilla is in the country. I'd like to bring him here.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be.
If you guys will not punch each other, because I saw the last time, I'm like, okay.
With the way business is going, it's a matter of time before you also get your own crew.
People have pointed fingers at me and said, no, she's bitter because, you know, she can't even congratulate, she can't do ABCD.
But speaking of Vukata, what's the relationship like right now with the father?
In the process of trying to look out for my child and everything, I went to court actually. Yeah, I went to court and just to see some commitment.
So that's what you can look out for on today's edition of On the Table. But let's get straight into our date for today. And my guest is, well, I'm not even sure who's the guest here anymore because of where we are at. Allow me to welcome entrepreneur and brand influencer, MWIZUKANJI. How are you doing, Mwizu?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm okay. I was just telling you about how you've seemingly taken over the Mwizu name, because the people like Mwiza Zulu, my friend Mwiza Zulu, who people call her Mwizu a lot of the time. So I don't even know if people mistake your name, break it, maybe call you something else.
Most of the times people call me either Kanji or Mwizu.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, I don't even remember the last time somebody used my English name anyway. But now I know if somebody is going to call me Prudence, I know maybe childhood friends or maybe family, but MWIZUKANJI is everywhere.
And your husband, when he's upset?
He calls me Prudence.
So just see Prudence, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, and I hate it.
But wait, so Prudence is your first name?
English name.
So which one is your first name? MWIZUKANJI is your first name?
I have a lot of names.
Yes. There's Kapuki as well?
There's Kapuki, Prudence, MWIZUKANJI, Medai. This was actually my grandmother's name. And then Nakam.
So how many are on the NRC?
Just the English name, unfortunately.
Really? Ah, interesting. But
Yeah.
I think with just generally all of this, I think we've noticed that it's become a household name. Do you ever think back like, hey, how did you get to this point? Because when you hear Mwizu, I think anybody else who is Mwizu even gets overshadowed by the fact that they are also Mwizu. You know, it seems like Mwizu should only be for you.
I honestly don't.
Of course, customers, if you can hear, there's some customers here who just come through here.
Okay. A lot of people have paid attention to MWIZUKANJI, obviously, because Mwizu has been making certain headlines, wrong headlines, and then people have been paying attention to what this girl is doing, where she is now. So I feel a lot of people have actually been part of my story, they've been part of my journey, and I strongly feel that is the reason why almost everyone will know, okay, Mwizu this, Mwizu that, because they have been paying attention to where Mwizu came from and where Mwizu is now. Yeah, so it's not about what I did or how I did it, but I strongly feel it's because of the people that follow me and the people that pay attention to who Mwizu is.
Yeah, and being able to relate and all of that. And I think also because of your brand, you've managed to build this place. Like, it's now the talk of the town. Mitopia, Mitopia, Mitopia. People want to come to the okra fish. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Sometimes you even need connections because it will be like maybe 10 people have already paid. So.
Because even just for me at the office, like people when I was coming in, they're like, please, you need to come back with the okra fish. So they already placed their orders. Okay. And I hope that will be done. But because of you interacting with so many people, how is business for you going here? Like the traction, how are you managing to handle that?
Okay, so firstly, I'm a strong believer of investing in yourself because it also helps you handle what comes your way. And also the power of investing in networks. So you create a network first before you build a business. And I think it has worked for me because most of the times the people that would come here are people that would either want to see MWIZUKANJI or people that would love to be at Mitopia because they've heard MWIZUKANJI is found at Mitopia. So we first served our first news to the public on the 5th of September last month. So we have been operating from the 5th of September and this is October. So we're just a month and some days. So for me, building a network and also creating a clientele before bringing up a business has really helped me. So business has really been good. We're less than 2 months, but we have really have had good business. And obviously we're still training our staff. Yeah, so it's really been good.
I mean, it's really nice. You've got lovely people here. You're employing people, giving them jobs. That's really amazing. And I saw you not so long ago posting about partnerships. So do you have partners for this, or is this solely MWIZUKANJI? How is that going?
I'm coming from a background where I've always had passion for cooking. I love food. People that know me, they know that I love food. So unfortunately, I went into a partnership with someone for a similar business. Yeah, but then along the way, you know, things came up. No, people are telling me you can't partner with MWIZUKANJI. You know.
Why?
ABCD. She's got wrong headlines. She's not somebody that you can work with. ABCD. So I said, okay, I think maybe I can just get the part of the money I invested and try and do something on my own. So for me, a partnership didn't really work well. And I got my lessons from there. So Mitopia is MWIZUKANJI. MWIZUKANJI is Mitopia. So
if I want to start something like this, how much would I have to invest in, like, approximately?
If you want to set up a place like this one, I am really not a rich person. So this project started maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and the people here were actually very patient because I would maybe like 5,000, you put up something here, because it was just plain. Everything we built from scratch, even the kitchen area, we had to build it. The only thing that was here was the sitting area inside. So everything here was built from. So it's a little bit draining. I'm broke right now as we're speaking. I'm very broke right now because I have actually invested. And I'm just hoping that, you know, we can see the fruits of the investment. But you need something not less than 250 just to, if you're constructing.
Oh, okay. All right, not bad. But also with you interacting with so many people, And you mentioned that some people want to come here and look for MWIZUKANJI. With my experience with also business, you know, you have people who, because they know MWIZUKANJI, they want the free meal, they want to come through and just, because they know MWIZUKANJI. How do you manage to deal with that as a business person? Because I'm sure you've got friends, people who are not exactly your friends, but they just know you because of the industry or public life, and they want something free when they come here.
I really haven't had such.
Oh, really? You've got nice people in your circle.
We have a way of giving back to the community.
Okay.
We have a way of giving back just to say thank you. So we have a feeding program here, but that feeding program is specifically for people that cannot afford. So we have got sometimes the street kids that come through. Sometimes people will just come and say, you know, they're hungry, they're not able to pay for a meal. So we offer certain meals to such people. But away from that, trust me, the people that have come here have actually supported the business, and they have actually paid for the meals.
Like Mumpy, that was
like
amazing.
Mumpy came the last time. We had to close because it was fully booked, and we didn't want to delay other people that were coming. So we had almost 85 women that were here, because the moment Mumpy mentioned she was going to come, then other people just started calling in, okay, I'm sponsoring 20, I'm sponsoring this much. So we had a lot of, you know, sponsored meals, and the place was packed. So I really appreciate the support that people have given, and obviously they know that it's a business, and how they are supporting the business. We're also just giving back because of the support that we're receiving, also finding a way of just giving back. So our feeding program is ongoing, and people come through. Obviously it's not for cameras, it's not for people to say, oh, now we're feeding people who can't afford food. But we have quite a number of people that just come through, have their meals from here and go without paying anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
obviously we don't serve the okra fish. we've got different meals that we serve.
So is okra fish the most sought after food here, or plates? Is that what people want the most?
Yeah, funny enough, that's what people want the most. But the initial idea when we were coming up with Meatopia, we wanted it to be the steak.
Meatopia.
Yes, we wanted it to be. I mean, fish is white meat, but we wanted the actual steak, you know. So the initial idea was to have people come, they choose the steak that they want. We bride for them, because we've got a number of brides in the kitchen. So that's the whole idea that we wanted. But the time we started trying out different meals. We would serve this to people, and something that people really, really loved. I also didn't know, because maybe it's just God's grace, because we served quite a number of meals, and people just said the okra fish.
The okra fish. Yeah. Apparently you've made it a thing, and people are taking it up, and also doing okra fish. How does that make you feel?
The market is too big, you know, it can accommodate all of us. And trust me, the same way that chicken and chips is, you might have chicken and chips here, but you would love chicken and chips from a different place. So we still appreciate people that come and have their meals from here. And if there are other places that are serving the okra fish, it's also good for their business. So there's really nothing that we can do. Ours is to just make sure that when a person comes here, we give them the experience that would actually bring them back. We believe that for us here at Meatopia, we believe that the customer is our employer. So what we look at when somebody walks in, we want to satisfy the client, we want to satisfy the customer. Definitely they'll come back and say, okay, I want the meal from you.
I was about to ask you what sort of relationship you have with Mumpy. I know you call her your big sister. What kind of relationship do you have with her?
She is more like a big sister, and for the longest time now in the background, not Facebook and everything. She's a person that, you know, I would call, would talk about a lot of things, you know, life and everything. So for me, she's a sister. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. I mean, she sponsored 30 people and encouraged other people to come through. Have the gents accepted the challenge?
The gents are struggling. They haven't even challenged the 30, but we've had a few. Some are sponsoring 3, some are sponsoring 15. Yeah, so we have a number of sponsored meals. I'm even seeing our Saturday being so packed, because we have about 4 or 5 people that have sponsored, though different. Yeah. So the gents are catching up. And there's also somebody, GC Comedy also is sponsoring the kids. Yeah. So it's impressive.
I think with where things are going, you're claiming to be broke. I think the money is gonna be quite.
Sometimes look broke. I'm broke.
I'm sure the money is gonna be crazy, and I bet it's just a matter of time before you also, with the way business is going, it's a matter of time before you also get your own crew.
I am not a machine person. I love to invest, and I move in a bit. Sometimes even in a taxi. So for me, I'm at a point where I want to invest. I've got kids, and where I'm coming from, trust me, I wouldn't want to go back where I'm coming from. Like times where I was really broke, times where I couldn't afford certain things. So for me, when I get hold of some money, I want to invest, I want to do something. But obviously, I would maybe buy a Vitz or another Honda Fit or something, but yeah.
But it is interesting you say you're a machine person, because you come from a background where you were working for a company that was dealing with vehicles, but you've really never been a vehicle person.
I have never been.
So for you, it's just, okay, as long as I can get to
as long as I can move from point A to point B. Yeah.
Okay, and your investment, so right now your investment is mostly around this place, your other businesses. Are you also into real estate?
I have quite a number of cars on the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
For me, I want to put my money where it's able to bring something out.
Nice, nice. Now I'm finding it very difficult to believe that you're broke. What we're gonna do, I think we've talked a lot about Metopia. This is like a lot of advertising. I wonder how much this would cost if we were to put it into. Maybe we should also be business minded like you and and create an invoice. So take a break. But when we get back from the break, there's more we'll be talking about with MWIZUKANJI. Stick around.
Hello, darling.
Hi, Granny.
What did you do this weekend?
Well, on Friday, I went on a science trip with my classmates to see the gorillas in Rwanda. Then, we watched the cup final in London.
Oh.
On Saturday, my friends and I met up to hunt some dragons. Again. Also, I taught the vacuum cleaner and the TV this new dance everyone is doing. They're really getting into it. And on Sunday, I went to bed watching the world from space. And you? Yes, seriously, Granny, it's
With Airtel 5G's lightning fast speed and seamless connectivity, you won't believe what's next.
Turn up loud this summer. Grab a 350 or 500ml Coke, Fanta or Sprite PET bottle. Scan the QR code in store. Follow the prompts and you could win Coke Studio Summerfest tickets. Plus, airtime, merch, and other dope prizes. Coke Studios back with real magic.
Welcome back. As you're watching On the Table, my guest is entrepreneur and brand influencer MWIZUKANJI, aka Mwizu, aka Prudence, aka Kapuki. What was the other one again? There's more. There's another one.
There's more.
Medai. Have you ever thought about giving your kids any one of these names?
No. Names are they're very spiritual.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to give my child my name.
Really? I mean, you've had a great story. I mean, wouldn't you want to give that to your child?
No.
Really?
I wouldn't.
Is it that bad?
Yeah. Because sometimes, you know, there are certain times where you give a name to a child and then maybe the owner was a drunkard and then you just see the child becoming a drunkard as well. For me, I believe that names are very spiritual.
Yeah.
So even the names that my kids have, they've got deep spiritual meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one is hope, one is faith, okay, a favor, and one is Bukata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Bukata? Did you have an English name?
Joanna.
Joanna. Oh yes, Joanna.
Not famous.
Ah, okay. So in case you're wondering, we're at Metopia right now with Mwizu. You know what I want to do? I'm actually thinking Chilla is in the country. I'd like to bring him here.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be.
If you guys will not punch each other, because I saw the last time, I'm like, okay. Sometimes you just see these things from a distance.
But you know what was funny about that is, he was saying he was defending you when he was saying everything he was saying on social media and all of that, and you were just quiet. But did you appreciate him coming through for your defense?
I would rather not talk about that because I would be misquoted. Yeah.
But generally, I think we've noticed that you have sort of taken like just the fact that you don't want to comment, you've taken like a bit of a backseat from social media drama. Was it because of the marriage? I can see the ring here, nice ring by the way. Is it because of marriage?
Even before the marriage, I think I made that decision because for me, I understand that social media can break you or it can build you. I've been broken by social media before, and the only option I have now is for social media to build me. So what I've been working on is something that I can make money out of. There are certain people that wouldn't want to associate themselves with certain individuals because of how they carry themselves or what they do on social media. For me, it has been about building this brand. Who is MWIZUKANJI? What is MWIZUKANJI interested about? Obviously, when you ask a lot of people, they'll tell you, what is MWIZUKANJI interested in? MWIZUKANJI is a hustler. Obviously, she's interested in business. I want everything to do with business. I want to learn. I want to improve myself. That's what MWIZUKANJI is about. I'll not manage to wake up every morning and say, oh, what did you say? You said Mwizu has a big head. Oh, even you. Like, we're winning. Shut. It's time wasting. It's time consuming. I would rather use my time to think about, okay, what can I do next? I'm sure of late you've seen me attend a lot of conferences. Yeah. I just want to improve myself. I want to make myself better. That's what I want. People are struggling. People are struggling, and they're not struggling financially. They're not just struggling financially. Even, they've got mental issues, they've got things that are troubling them, and they just want to pour it out on another person. Somebody will only be bitter with another person if there's something bothering them. I don't want to be a victim of someone else's bitterness, and then I waste my time and respond to whatever. So that's the very reason why. Even somebody, there'll be MWIZUKANJI, there'll be people talking about MWIZUKANJI all the time. Yeah. There'll always be people trying to, if you say something, they want to interpret it, they want to say, okay, she was not supposed to say this. Yeah. There are certain times where people have pointed fingers at me and said, no, she's bitter because, she can't even congratulate, she can't do ABCD. I've done a lot of things in my life. Okay, done a lot of, and I'm still doing a lot of things. I'm working on myself on a lot of things. I'll not manage to wake up and justify myself and say, okay, please, people, this. I'm not living my life for anybody else. I'm living my life for my kids. I'm living my life for my family, and I'm living my life for, that's And trust me, I have just chosen what to focus on, and it has really helped me. Trust me.
I wonder how you manage, because with what you said, you still have people who try to drag you into the, especially your maps, kid this and that. Sometimes you ever get, because of how often people want to do this, do you ever get tempted to just, maybe this one, just this one, I'll respond and I'll stop again? And
the funny thing with me, yes, I'll see a number of things because I've got friends, family who are on Facebook. Some will even forward it to me. Oh, this is what is happening, but I choose not to.
Must be hard, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's not. Because, trust me, my life is about splitting my time. I wake up in the morning, I have to make sure the kids go to school. I have to make sure things are running okay at home. I have to come to this business. I have to go to my other businesses. I have an office, where we do the marketing and everything. I haven't been to the office for the past 1 month. I don't have time. So, for me, waking up each morning, I have a lot of things that I need to do. I cannot manage.
But how does this work also? Because you have a brand and you have a reputation that you want to keep. And like you said, some people want to interpret things in their own way. You maybe post a picture with receipts and they'll say, no, she's trying to be like this other person. But then how does it work for your own brand? Because people would easily assume things, but you want to clarify. So does this mean you just let whatever people want to think go ahead, even though it might not exactly be true?
I don't really have time to justify myself. I don't have time to justify myself. If somebody is going to say this is a pot, then it's a pot. That's their business. That's their interpretation. Because personally, I know this is a glass, this is a cup. So I would not manage to try and change somebody's mindset. If you're going to interpret it in a certain way, for me it's engagement at the end of the day anyway. Even if somebody comes and insults me, that's the reason why my block list, there's nobody that I've blocked on my page. Because I want people to express themselves. It's also good for business. Let them express themselves. When I go and check my engagement, I'll find there are 15 million people engaging on the page. It's good for business.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm really a person who is focusing on the bigger picture.
Yeah.
I don't have time to. At the end of the day, someone would say, why are you drinking water? Because the other person was drinking water. You're not supposed to do that. So there are certain things that I cannot afford to just leave because, no, this person says I'm not supposed to do this, then I'm supposed to do it. I cannot manage.
So do you think that also because of everything you've experienced since you came into the public eye has made you have a thick skin, and that's why you're at this point now where you can literally just ignore things and move on?
Okay, it hasn't been easy. At first, it was very, very difficult. At some point, I almost committed suicide. Yeah, and I almost committed suicide because of what was going on. I was paying attention to what people were saying. At some point, somebody posted, okay, the most ugliest. I think that was the first award I got, where I was awarded the most ugliest person on social media by a certain page. And it got to me. I was really, really depressed. I felt bad. I almost committed suicide.
Was it the time you drove?
Yeah.
But you know that story, people also question that story, saying you put food tank in the car and then you drove to go and kill yourself.
How's the car going to, get into flames if you didn't have fuel?
You really thought about it, huh?
I thought about it, but I was at that point because I allowed what people were saying about me to get to me. But what solution did I, come up with? I worked on myself.
Yeah.
And working on myself has really helped me because I know who I am. I know, away from my net worth, I know what MWIZUKANJI is. And not just any Jim and Jack can come and tell me things and I'll become affected. No. This time around, it's not possible. I am built with gold. Not even copper, no. Yeah, so you need a lot of heat to melt the gold. So I really don't pay attention, trust me. It's not even about thick skin, but I know who Mwizu is. You're going to tell me my forehead is big, my head is big, I know. It's DNA, come on, what do I do? My father had a big head. My sisters have big heads. My brothers have bigger heads. So that will not get to me. If somebody is going to tell me something about myself that I know I cannot change, I will not be affected. Yeah. In the past months, people will talk about, Mwizu, she drinks too much, does ABCD, she does ABCD. There are certain things that, yes, you sit down and it's not everything that you can ignore because certain things will come and people want to see a better version of you. And trust me, I've worked on myself in a lot of ways. I'm a whole different person now. So even if this negativity comes in, you can't manage to bring me down.
And it seems like you have a lot of people that you also inspire. I mean, at first it was, for some people, it was just, well, she's the leaders of the baby mamas in Zambia and all of that, and people were able to relate to you like that. But you've managed to evolve out of that and do so much more for yourself that you're inspiring people, even more than just those who are baby mamas. I think with that, do you think that also people in your circle have helped? Because I know you interact a lot with people like Dr. Rosia Setwambo and so on. Do you think that these people have also helped shape the type of person you are today?
Yes, they have. In quite a number of ways. Remember when I said I have been working on myself, I've been improving myself. And this improving or working on myself didn't just happen overnight. No, I'm just locked behind closed doors. It actually started with me accepting, okay, this is what I want to work on. This is how I want, who do I associate myself with? Who do I learn from? Who do I get knowledge from? And people around me have really, really been helpful. Sometimes, there'll be things going around and then I would get calls. They'll call me, they'll reach out because they know I'm also human. There are certain times I've been insulted here and there. I'm also human, so they'll call. They'll say, oh, okay, this is happening, ABCD, ABCD. I get strength from the people around me, family, obviously. Dr. Rosia has also been really, really helpful. Business,
Are you also flying your workers to Dubai?
I brought Mampi. They took pictures with Mampi for now. You can manage that.
That was enough,
I'm broke, yes. But he has really been an inspiration in quite a number of ways.
So what does that mean? Does that mean you're no longer the queen of baby mamas in Zambia?
I honestly honestly don't even get offended if somebody calls me a baby mama.
Yeah.
And if somebody is going to attach no beta baby mamas or baby mamas ABCD, I'm still not offended. So people use that a lot of times because they wanted to get to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll say, oh, can we do, baby mamas, shan. But trust me, I honestly don't care.
How's your husband doing?
He's good.
Too now some people still think that's not real, especially with that whole photo of the marriage where you apparently irritated people. Why did she have to do this? Even though you were influencing and marketing, some people think that the marriage is not real.
Okay, so I honestly don't know why a good-looking woman like myself, very financially independent, very business-minded, very everything, and very educated, would actually be single in this country. So if somebody is going to say Mwizu is not married and she's faking a marriage, that's entirely their business. That's one. Secondly, who I am today, trust me, I have also had quite a number of, the partner that you have in your life is going to change a lot of things about you. And the partner that I have in my life now is actually somebody that also gives me strength to do a number of things. And I'm a whole different person. The person that I don't drink anymore. Love changed me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't take alcohol. If I say I don't drink.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what's this water doing here?
Oh yeah. I might actually be dehydrated and die. So there are a lot of things that have changed about my life because I have somebody who actually, I'm not going to justify myself. If somebody says, no, Miss is not married, well and good. The skin just doesn't glow. Yeah.
But so how long have you been married?
6th of October was 1 year.
So did you go like the wedding route, or you did just civic center type or traditional type? Was that like a whole wedding?
No.
And that was obviously deliberate.
Yeah, it was deliberate.
So how does he feel about your public life, especially when people try to drag you into conversations about your past? How does he usually feel about it?
It takes a mature man to actually be with a woman like myself, because there's a lot that's always coming up, there's a lot that, but when you have the right person, trust me, they will not even pay attention to what people are saying because they know who I am. Yeah.
Okay. And how is he with the kids?
He's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, he is good.
Does he have any of his own as well?
I might just be giving you a lot of details, and I know my Zambian people, they'll go and type and say, father of 3 kids, Google it. And then there will be options that will come, and then they'll go back and say, so, obviously he's a mature man. He is somebody who is able to love me and handle me. I wouldn't want to give so much details about him.
Yeah. But why exactly are you staying away from letting people know who he is?
Okay, so remember when I said social media can break you, social media can build you. I was at a point where I was hit left, right, center. Because, so when I did my postmortem, I said, okay, this is what I can avoid. I live a very peaceful life. I stay in the farms actually. Kilometers from this place. So I live a very peaceful life away from all the drama and all the nonsense. For me, I want to focus on me. I want to focus on growing myself, growing my family, my kids, my person, myself. It's not really about the public. I don't want people to come and say, no, he swallowed the shovel in 1992. Like, I'm not interested. So there are certain things I'm avoiding, and that's the reason why I've taken this route.
So how does that also work? I mean, does he even come here?
Yeah, he does.
So meaning your workers know where he is?
Some, yeah.
Because I'm trying to think how you also manage to keep that under wraps. Like, you need to go somewhere and you need to go as a couple. People may see him and one day maybe just take a photo of the two of you. So are you very particular about that? That Even if you go somewhere with him, your eyes are all over the place.
I can even give you a hint. He's not in the country most of the times. He doesn't stay here. So he comes time.
So it's almost like a long distance relationship.
People have to work. We need money at the end of the day.
and you're obviously understanding of that fact. Okay, so I guess you miss him a lot when he's out.
Come on, he's my person. I'm supposed to miss my person. I'm supposed to miss my person. So yeah.
Did he help you out with establishing his place here?
I have to submit my books to him because he's a very strict person.
Okay.
Financial discipline is something that is for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I run my own projects. He does his own things.
Is he like an accountant, auditor, or something like that?
Not giving out that detail.
Go look at accountant.
So yeah. So for me, it has been about lessons and lessons and lessons and lessons.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Speaking of the kids, how do you also manage that? Because you haven't done that with your partner, but you've managed to do that with your kids, where you're very open about that, and because of that, I think they've also not been spared when it comes to social media bullying or social media opinions. I think, if I'm not mistaken, your oldest daughter, people have been talking about her looking like dreams and all of that. How do you manage to handle when people now start going for your kids?
Okay, so those frustrated people, like I don't even know where they come from. What is bothering them in their lives, but the same strategy that I've used on myself is the same thing that is actually working with my kids. Because for my kids, they know who they are, they know where they're coming from, they know what they're supposed to respond to and what they're not supposed to respond to. So if somebody is going to tell my child that she looks like Dreams and my child looks like me, so it's either Dreams is my older brother, or Dreams is my cousin, or Dreams is my uncle, or Dreams is my what. He needs to be related to me to look like my child. So it's not something that will bother me. I have seen my child grow. I have seen how she has been from the time she grew. Obviously, I wouldn't really be bothered if somebody's going to say. It's irritating sometimes. It's very, very irritating. But I don't see my kids being affected in whichever way.
Yeah. But do they understand like what's going on? Especially the younger ones. Maybe even the older one. For her, I'm sure it's probably even different because she's old enough and she's got friends who are sort of old enough, so they know that, oh, okay, this is MWIZUKANJI's daughter. Does she get that a lot at school?
She does sometimes. But I'm a no-nonsense parent. I'll drive even at midnight to go to my child. The other time my son had a disciplinary case and I was handling issues here and there. My kids know I don't do nonsense. Away from the smiling cameras and everything, I flock. I don't spare the road, I flock. That's the 1990s mom. I flock, I discipline. So for me, even if you interact with my kids, you would just know that these are well-disciplined kids. Even if they're in school, I think it's the same thing. Because I'm constantly checking on what they are doing and how they're doing it and who they're doing what they're doing with. So I might have been failing as a girlfriend, as a wife, as a fiance, as a whatever, but I'm not failing as a parent. Trust me. So I'm not really worried if somebody's going to talk about my child ABCD. My kids come here, they work here. They don't come here and parade as no, mommy is the owner of this place. They'll come here and clean around. They'll scrub the floors and everything.
Even Mukata.
So she used to come here time and again, but we give her something that will also help understand to say she's not just going to sit and do nothing and expect things to just fall in place. So on the part of parenting, from the home point of view, I have raised the kids in such a way that even if they go out there, it's very difficult for the child to say, no, this was happening, this person said A, B, C, D. And if I get a report that something happened, and that I am always a mother that is going to show her up at whatever time.
I can give you that. I think you've done a great job as far as parenting is concerned. I love to see the videos of you dancing with your kids and just having fun with them. Like, she's a great mom. But speaking of Vukata, what's the relationship like right now with the father?
If I'm going to be honest, there's literally no relationship. They don't spend time, they don't talk, they don't do anything. They just show up on birthdays, deliver the cakes and disappear. Away from that, there is absolutely no relationship.
The big question is where is the disconnect? Is it from your end? Is it from their end?
Okay, so that's again something that I wouldn't want to go into details.
Yeah.
Because of obvious reasons. But she is doing just fine.
But does she ask about her dad?
From our end, we actually have nothing to hide from her. She knows that this is daddy. She'll point and say, oh, this is my father, this is ABC. Then I think it's okay. Yeah.
I bet she'd also want to be in the crew.
She'll make those decisions when she's old enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think for us to be here, for us to reach this far, there have been a lot of, but there are certain things that I needed to just make a decision and say, I think this should be done in such a way for things to just move the way they're supposed to move. So I don't know if it's the right thing that I did or it's not the right thing that I did, but I think in the process of trying to look out for my child and everything, I went to court actually. Yeah, I went to court and just to see some commitment from here and there. But if you are going to ask about a relationship, there's maybe a financial relationship where they just pay for the school fees and as per demand, as the court demanded. Yeah. So I think that's the only connection now. Yeah.
Okay. But like I said, I think you've done a great job with parenting. And obviously things that there's no book like, okay, this is how we're going to parent, but I think you've managed to navigate that still. You've been nominated in 3 categories, isn't it? Most influential personality, most influential social media personality, and even the Entrepreneurs Synergy was nominated as well. What do you think this says also about the influence that you have? Do you feel that you're one of the most influential people we have in the country, especially through the online platforms?
It's not me to judge. I don't want to decorate myself. Whatever I do me, and I do things that I am passionate about. So I cannot measure what influence I put out there, especially on.
But can't you really? I mean, if you're going to establish an eating place and it's the talk of the town, isn't that influence?
I still don't want to decorate myself.
So meaning you know these things, but you just don't want to blow your own horn in short.
I honestly don't want to decorate myself as the most influential or anything. But even the Entrepreneurs Synergy, how did it start? Most of the times in the evenings I would make posts about how was business, how were we doing. So that day I made a post, I said, I think we need to just meet up and cry because business has really been hard. And people said, yeah, I think, we need to meet, we need to do this. Okay, who do you think we should bring as the speakers? Then people just mentioned a few people, and those are the people that we brought on the Entrepreneurs Synergy. And that was how we just organized the Synergy, and people came, it was like packed. There were a lot of people. We shared a lot of experiences. We learned about a lot of things. And that's how the Entrepreneurs Synergy came about. So everything that happens around Mwizu is because sometimes I listen to people that are more, if I bring out a topic about business, obviously you see me comment, you see me respond, you see me because that's my area and the blog. So yeah, on such issues, yes, I'll interact with people, and that's how the Entrepreneurs Synergy came about. Yeah, I know there have been a lot of other, bigger events that happened this year that actually also deserve to be event of the year. Yeah, but I'm looking at how did the people benefit from the Entrepreneurs Synergy? Okay, what was their take home? I've had a lot of people that said, okay, after that Synergy, this is what I'm doing, this is what this is how my business has improved. So for me, that gives me peace. Whether the Entrepreneurs Synergy gets the award or not, for me, it's about personal satisfaction. It's just fulfilling to see people come back to you and say, okay, what I learned, what happened at the Synergy has really helped me improve my business. For me, that's enough.
Did you ever reach a point, or was there a point where you could feel the influence you have? I know you don't want to speak about you, whether you're the most influential, whatever, but was there a point where you did something and it made you realize that, wow, I actually command a lot of influence?
Yes, I did.
Which was that moment?
Last year, December, when I started the pad campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was turning 30 last year, and I wanted just 30,000 pads, just 30,000. And then I said, please guys, if there's something you want to do for me, just give me pads. Trust me, I received a lot. Some of them I haven't even collected yet. I'm supposed to go and collect. I can't collect because I don't have space to keep them. So how people just came, corporates came in, people, you know, donated 10,000, you know, 20,000, people brought in money, and the pads that we got were more than what I even requested for. And for me, I was like, oh my God, this is just, you know, it's just wow. And it has been ongoing since then. Even up to now, people will just come, even here at Metopia, people will bring a box of pads and just say, okay, this is for you. And it has also helped push the foundation as well, because each month we have something that we set aside away from the small monies that we would get from our own pockets. We've had people that have continuously supported us from December till now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And by the way, congratulations for your 1 million.
Oh, thank you so much.
On Facebook. Must be exciting.
Thank you. It was.
Being a millionaire, even though you're claiming you're broke, at least you're a millionaire on Facebook.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but we look forward to the awards. Are there any people from your categories who you feel like, okay, these people are also working very hard and will give me a run for my money?
For people to be nominated in those categories, obviously they are doing the most.
Yeah.
So for me, if I see somebody in a certain category, it's a wow for me, like, okay, people are doing the best. So there's not really anybody that I can pinpoint and say, okay, this one no, this one no, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's people that were nominating.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about Diamond TV is that people are involved. There are certain awards where you just say, this is the nomination, you know, but people are involved. So we can't, you can't underrate somebody who's been nominated in a certain category and say, no, this is better than this person. No. The fact that everybody has been nominated, which means they're doing their best. Yeah. Definitely.
I wish you all the best, and looking forward to seeing you on the night. We hope this year the winners won't be leaked like last year.
When are the awards?
They're on the 9th of November.
Oh, okay.
9th of November. I think you should receive the official certification of nomination and all those details soon. So
okay, because I think this year my daughter might just come with me.
Really?
Or she might come alone. In case I'm not around.
Oh, Bukata.
No, not that one. My big girl.
Ah, okay. Schools will be open, will be closed by then?
We'll import her.
You get her from school and then
Yes.
But I even wonder how, speaking of your daughter, because even Bukata is receiving a lot of nominations. You've also created a brand out of it. She's a brand ambassador now, so it's now becoming like a family business.
It might not.
Mwizu, thank you so much for hosting us here. I'm waiting for the okra fish. If we do not get it here, you do deliveries, right?
Yeah, we do deliveries.
Okay, I think that because the guys at the office will kill me if I leave without the okra fish. But I'm looking forward to tasting it. What's your favorite meal here? What do you like to have when you come here?
I hardly eat, but most of the times when I come, I have goat meat and okra.
Ah, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Mwizu has been my guest once again. Thanks a lot for hosting us here.
Thank you so much for coming through.
All right. Thank you so much, Mwizu, and thanks a lot to you as well for joining us for this edition of On the Table. Tune in again next week, Sunday at 17 hours. My name is CHIMWEKA, or simply CHIMWEKA.